Yes, Mahogany Roots is back at this damn grocery store again, dealing with these damn racist ass people, giving them my goddamn good ass black ass American money. But we'll deal with that in a second, y'all. Like I had to get a few things. You know, I was talking to another lady in the a black woman that was in line, and we were just talking about how rude they are in this market. Like we have to buy their grocery. Um, for those of y'all that don't know, I was in the military and I was stationed in Korea, and for a little while I was in Japan. So I do know a little bit about Asian cooking. And then y'all know that my boyfriend is a chef, so I have some knowledge of how to do Asian cooking. And no, I have not forgotten. So I'm in there getting a few things, and she's obnoxious as she want to be. I'm at the point where I'm about to make my own spicy chili sauce. I'm about to make my own goddamn fish sauce. It ain't nothing but goddamn shrimp broth. That's all fish sauce is. It's a concentrated shrimp broth or anchovy broth. Period. With a little bit of oil mixed in. There's the secret. But us going about life being busy as hell. I can't see y'all at all. This is going to be a short little rant. Oftentimes we shop with these people, and they treat us like shit. And that's why I say I can't wait, y'all. I cannot wait to where the Most High bless me in my life, and I get where I want to be, and I'm able to open up my own soul food restaurant and cook whatever I want to cook. And to be honest, I cook their food better than they do because Americanized Korean cuisine, Chinese cuisine is not the same as it is overseas. The quality of food is not the same. They use a ton of salt, a ton of preservatives, MSG, and all kind of shit to maintain the flavor of the food. Real authentic Asian food is amazing and it's healthy, and it's why the majority of the people are healthy over there versus over here in the United States. But let's get to the topic. This is a Trump rant. I went to visit my mom, and my brother and I were talking, and so I just found out about the plane crash over DC. Apparently, there was a plane crash, and then there was a helicopter crash, right? A collision. Um, though y'all probably don't know this about Mahoghany Rootz. Before I went to the medical field, I actually got accepted to do air traffic controlling. It is a very intense job. It's a highly stress. It's one of the most stressful jobs, honestly, next to being a dentist. It's one of the most stressful freaking jobs there is in the world because you're constantly dealing with the lives of people. Air traffic controllers um, test to get those positions. But I heard the things that Donald Trump said, and I don't even like to call him President Trump. I'm so ashamed. I don't care, and I don't care who don't like this. My feelings about Donald Trump has nothing to do with him being. I could care less if he was a Republican or a Democrat. He's just evil. He's evil and he's ignorant as hell and he's a fucking racist. I don't care what anybody says. You could not convince me. This man ran around telling the whole world that Haitian people were stealing cats and dogs. That's what he did. And now, basically, he is nothing but a fairmonger, and he plays on the fairs. I'm gonna be honest, of a lot of Americans, particularly white male Americans, that have been in power and they're not used to losing any of that power. But guess what? The day is coming, honey. The day is coming. And, far when you look at the polls and the actuality, people online are not going to admit this, but in reality, um, black folks in general, men and women, voted for Kamala. And the sad truth is, a lot of the people that voted for him, they didn't, I don't know what they thought. But the first thing he did is do exactly what he said. That's one thing we cannot say that he don't do is tell the truth. He's not switched. He hasn't changed. He has shown himself to be the same obnoxious orange person that he has always been. He's always been this person. When he was running around talking about grabbing women by the coochies, he was this obnoxious person. He was a dumbass then, and he's a dumbass now. And he's a racist. He's just got it innately in him. This man sat up there and blamed that freaking plane accident on DEI, blamed it on people having jobs, saying that certain people don't deserve certain type of jobs. Certain people aren't intelligent enough to have certain type of jobs. So how are we determining who's intelligent and who's not? Are we really going back to are we really going to take this back to fucking eugenics times where we're stereotyping people based on their race? Well, let me tell you something. Somebody who's very intelligent. I don't toot my horn. I'm a humble person, but I'm intelligent, period. Graduated top of my class, the whole nine. And let me just be the first to say, if nobody has told you lately that intelligence is not based on, it's not based on race, it's not based on sex, it's based on the individual and whether the Most High gifted them sense, which obviously the Most High did not gift him any sense at all because he's a freaking idiot. And I'm just through with it. He insulted the military, the folks. He just insults people. That's all he does. But you know how he was able to be elected, like I said, and I'm going to make it short and sweet. He was able to be elected because he played on the fears of the American people, a certain type of American people. So now there's a furlough, there's a temporary stop on things like Medicaid and Section 8 and government programs that elderly people use, that children use. Um, you know, since when? I just never saw. Me personally, I never fell for the hype. This hype that, you know, the country's like in dire, I don't know, dire danger or something going wrong or whatever. I don't know. I never felt that way. And that was the thing. Oh, we've got to get these criminals out of the country. These criminals. Well, listening to him, because I don't believe everything he says. What makes them a criminal? Criminal is it the fact that maybe they overstayed their visa? Well, guess what? A lot of immigrants overstay their visa, but you only seem to be concerned with the black and brown ones. A lot of Asians overstay their visa. A lot of white folks overstay their visa from overseas. But we're not concerned about them, right? You see what I'm saying? You guys see what I'm saying? So I feel like at this point, I feel like people are getting what they deserve. They voted his crazy ass in there, and he's doing exactly what he said he was going to do once he got into office. Period. Um, may the good Lord be with us all. That's all I can say. I mean, like I said, the man said to inject yourself with bleach when COVID came out. When I tell you, I have never seen anybody so stupid in my life. I just don't even understand. And it's all based on people's fear of their jobs being taken away, people's fear of crime and stuff like that. Well, we always had crime. It's just easy to blame other people. It's easier. Let's blame the immigrants. Let's not deal with the crime that America has had a crime problem for years. Let's not deal with the issues that we already have. Let's not deal with the fact that we've got a bunch of innocent people in prison, right? And you got black people and people of color spending ridiculous amounts of time in jail for something that's now legal, like weed, for half the country is now legal. He goes and he pardons these people that committed crimes and marched on Washington, right? And threatened people's lives. One of these fools had a noose. They attacked police officers. They had no respect for authority. But the people who have small petty crimes went to prison for weed, small amounts of drugs or whatever, they're still serving crazy sentences. Like I said, he played on the fears of people. And at this point, the people who voted him in, they're going to get exactly what they wanted and more. And see, that's the problem. They thought that it wasn't going to affect them, but it is, and it's affecting them. Grandma, when she can't go get her prescriptions, and now she's got to pay an absorbent amount for home prescription because she no longer has Medicare, and she no longer has this, and she no longer. Because keep in mind, a lot of these programs, it's not. It's we're not the primary takers of Medicaid and Medicare. Black folks are 13% of the population. We are not the primary users of these programs. So I'm done. I'll leave this up for a while. Just a little food for thought.